Hey everybody, Douglas Blair Roberts here, the Super Vader 400 and the brown skin Hewitt, coming back at you with another video cartoon intro remake review intro. This is the intro to various remade cartoon reviews and rants. For some odd reason, even though I did do this in the past, when it one of the Sonic songs I used has a copyright on it, and it's not a big deal. But if I ever when I decide to set this channel up, when I get eligible for monetization, I can't get any money from ads from the video, so that's why I'm just redoing it with two different songs that surprisingly don't have copyrights on them. This version is the same as the last one, except my clothes and stuff will be different, and of course the intro songs will be different. Instead of using what I'm made of, I will use the songs intros will be Weekend and Sonic's Back in Time. And for cartoons that do deserve a rant, or for videos that do deserve a rant, what I'm made of will be used as the outro for the various cartoons. So yeah, this is the intro to various narration. Part 1 will be narration. Second part will be season and episode webcam reviews spliced together to one video. Some of these won't go on all platforms. Yes, some of these will only go on YouTube, and some of these will only go on Facebook. So, with that being said, let's get started right now. Let's go back in time to when television and cartoons were great. everybody. It's time for my Part 1 review remake of the 1993 video game cartoon Double Dragon. Double Dragon, based upon the video game of the same name. Yeah, just like with Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, the Fitness of the Realm. This was another cartoon I briefly saw as a kid, and quickly became a fan of, and rewatched it numerous times in the 90s, 2000s, and it's one of those cartoons that I saw as a kid. You still like it as an adult, but when I rewatched it as a teenager, it wasn't a creative masterpiece. I remember then accidentally, just like with Mortal Kombat, the Fitness of the Realm, and Street Fighter, the animated series, I watched multiple episodes. I watched all the episodes in chronological order instead of watching some and reading about the others. Watching all the episodes in chronological order, and just like with Mortal Kombat, the Fitness of the Realm, and Street Fighter. And now that I understand Double Dragon lore more, this cartoon, in my opinion, is not only one of the best 90s cartoons, and one of the best video game cartoons, one of the best cartoons, periods, and it was one of the many earliest and first video game adaptations, and in my opinion, first good video game adaptations. The previous three, before the Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, and Captain N, in my opinion, yeah, those, especially Super Mario Brothers and Captain N, those really weren't that good, in my opinion. This one was the first good, the decent one, and it was the first of one of the first of its kind. This is my Part 1 review as Douglas Blair Roberts, YouTube social media personality character. To see the original parts, including the 2021 remake version I did, the link will be in the description box below. To see the Part 2 and 3 real life superhero versions, the links will be in the description box. The links will be in the description box below. But this is this is my Part 1. This is my Part 1 remake version of another remake of another super popular video on my channel. This is one of the first reviews I did that put this channel on the map. This channel was originally geared towards retro review cartoons. Now it is past and present cartoons regardless of age. But back then it was this was geared for retro reviews, just like this one. Yeah, Double Dragon cartoon is loosely based upon the video games of the same name, particularly the NES version of Double Dragon, and the fourth version of Double Dragon, Super Double Dragon, which is the first Double Dragon game to depict the twin brothers Billy and Jimmy Lee looking different from each other, despite being twins, with Billy Lee being Asian and Jimmy Lee being Caucasian. And I mentioned the storyline is based loosely on one where both of the Lee brothers, because of contrast constraints, both the Lee brothers were separated at birth. One, Billy Lee, raised to fight for truth and justice, and the other to fight for and serve evil. Meet up as adults, fight, and eventually become a team, just like the video games. And in the video games, fight crime, fight the Black Dragon Gang on the bad streets of a post-apocalyptic Japan. But here in the cartoon is Metro City, the setting of the final fight characters, Guy, Cody, and Hager. is fighting crime on the mean streets of Metro City, just like with the Street Fighter, the animated series, and Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. I thought this cartoon has a predominantly mixed and negative reception. Some might like some 90 cartoon enthusiasts like me love this cartoon, and some hardcore Double Dragon fans love this cartoon. However, there are Double Dragon purists who despise and detest this cartoon right here. Cartoon. I thought this cartoon was the best for its time, and was even some ways storyline wise better than its video game counterpart. Made it much more realistic with the Double Dragon characters being deputized by the Metro City Police, and I thought its whole plot this plot serves better if you wanted a 26 season 2, if you wanted 2 seasons, 26 plus episode series. In my opinion, the Double Dragon video games, that's not enough for a cartoon series. That's enough for an anime or a live action film. I know several films that are similar to the Double Dragon, video games. But if you want a primetime animated series, this plot is the way to go. This show retains Billy and Jimmy Lee and Marin, who was a damsel in distress in the game. She was a gang leader in the 1994 film, and she's a police officer here. It retains these characters, and in the first 2 episodes, Boa Bobo and Willie. Boa Bobo and Willie. Boa Bobo, the first character you encounter in the video game. He's one of the first characters you encounter here. Then you got the main antagonist of the video game, Willie, who's a sub-boss working for the true main antagonist. In my opinion, one of the most evil and scariest characters in Saturday morning cartoons, and that's the Shadow. Shadow Master. I like all the episodes with episodes 1 and 2. If I had to, with episodes 1 through 5. Oh yeah, 1 through 5 and 11 through 13 being the 11 through 13 and 7 and episode 7, which they actually aired as the final episode, RPM, and 10 through 12 being the greatest episodes, with episodes 1 and 2, as these two are loosely based upon the video games, being the supreme best. After episode 2, the show becomes its own thing. But yeah. First season is about crime and drugs, fighting crime and drugs on the back streets of Metro City. The season 2, the plot becomes more fantastic with mythical dragons fighting each other, and mutants fighting for equality in the world, similar to X-Men, which Avi Rad, who was involved with the Marvel animated series, had a role here too. I mentioned Billy, Jimmy Lee, and the and the Shadow Master. Other cool characters include from the Dragon Warriors, the good guys, the Dragon Warriors. That is Vortex. Vortex, a character who uses a Capiora fighting style. Tsunami, a sumo who reminds me of a Honda. Colonel McReady, who reminds me of Jax from Mortal Kombat. TJ Combo from Killer Instinct, and the character Blade from the obscure Eternal Champions video game. Jonathan Blade from the obscure Eternal Champions video game. Then you got one of the rare female characters in the show, Kami. You got one of the rare female characters in the show, Kami. And for the bad guys, you got they're difficult to remember, but they're exciting. You got, I think their names are Hard Case, Countdown, and Sickle, and
Yeah, I think that's their names. Yeah, they're difficult to remember. They're difficult to remember in comparison to the more iconic Bolo Bobo and William, the Shadow Master himself. And then they also deal with another bad guy who reminds me of Shang Tsung, a sorcerer bad guy named Shadow Khan, who powers wise was pretty cool, but voice wise was annoying. Um, voice wise was annoying. Cartoon was phenomenal. One thing I hate about it was cartoon was canceled in '94, so a couple of things couple of things were never resolved, such as them finding their father John Lee and them freeing their mother from the abyss, the alternate world she was banished and stranded in. But other than that, phenomenal, phenomenal cartoon. CD, larger, more in-depth, real-life superhero version. The links will be in the description box below. You don't want to hear the rest of the music? Turn the video off right now.